And then there were two, a tale as old as time itself. A league looking for a champion as they watched their king Paul fall to his own demise. Two victors emerged to battle for the right to call themselves champ. The first stumbled his way into the gridiron, looking wounded and frail, while the other rode in, leaving hope and despair behind him. Is it true what they say? An animal is most deadly when it's wounded? Or will the knight pulled by his workhorses become victor? Tune in this weekend as we watch Charlie Yates take on Dustin Srinivis for the undisputed 10 Guys 1 Cup Championship of the World. How are we doing, boys? It's the 10 Guys 1 Cup podcast. I'm Dex. That's Parker. We know more than you think and less than you expect. And as always, fuck me. How are you doing, Parker? I'm a little drunk. Did a nice.
I'm doing good, man. Doing pretty good. Your voice was getting pretty raspy there at the end. It was turning back into your normal voice for sure.
Really? In the monologue?
You were running out of stamina, of guttural stamina.
Yeah, I was trying to keep it. I was like, in the world. Yeah. Like
in a world. That seems like it was fun to do.
The problem, I was singing too much before we started this.
Right. You are a little quiet right now on the mic, just a heads up. I don't know if that'll get evened out
Check
later.
1, 2, 3. It's
Perfect,
Dex. All right, cool. All right, so now we have that. And as we all know, boys, it's playoff times. As you heard in the beginning, we're in the fucking championship. You motherfucking playoffs? No, we're talking about championships, not playoffs. So I'm excited. It's fun. It sucks. I know the people who lost, that's not fun, but it is nice to see we're not going to have a repeat of a taco or a champ just to keep like our league at the level it's at. It's nice to see that, like, you never know what's going to happen.
This year, honestly, might be the best year of all time, I'd say. The Taco Bowl is fucking nutty.
Fucking nutty, brother.
Fucking nutty. Daniel versus Dex, obviously a big one. Championships, hot. Dustin and Charlie have both always been very hot players. Never made it. Dustin's made it to the championship, but he's lost. Charlie's never made it to the championship. But they've both,
since the establishment of our stupid trophy.
Yeah, they've both performed pretty well over time. So hats off to them, and they're finally going to verse each other. One of their hearts is going to get broken. The league as a whole, wasn't even decided till week 13. So the playoff picture was super up in the air for everyone but one player. It was a damn good year, man.
For our audience, Parker and I had a conversation today, and he truly believes we're in the 0.0001% of all fantasy leagues, like top tier. I'm like willing to bet we're top 10. All right, now that I think about that, I'll give us top 50, just because like when you start throwing cash around that we don't have, you can do some shit. But like the stuff we do is unreal. We're gonna jump into a little bit of those. But as my favorite fucking part of every podcast, let's jump into Parker's fun facts, hashtag next gen stats.
Parker Johnson's fun fact time, hashtag next gen stats. Nailed it. You nailed it, Dex.
Every time, every fucking time.
I'm gonna throw it back. Throw it back to like week 4 when there was a lot more heart into these stats. I spent a lot of time collecting these this week. And there's some fucking good ones. And there's some guess ones too.
Hit me, baby. Hit me.
Okay. Stat number 1. Who is in the championship in Sleeper?
Charlie Yates and Dextric Michelle Abeda.
Who's the highest scorer in Sleeper?
Dextric Michelle Abeda.
How many more points does the highest scorer have than everybody else?
Like 140 is the closest, and then everyone else is like 300.
I love that you know this all without unprompted.
Well, the thing is, I don't. There's not a lot of happiness right now, so I gotta find it in every inch and corner.
Well, that's maybe next year, Dex. Maybe next year.
You know what? we'll see. And instead, I'm fighting for last place.
All right, so let's take it to the next level. Some NFL stats this time. I'm gonna save that one for last. I'm gonna go backwards. I meant to do it in this order. Here we go. All right. Running backs. Running
Running
backs rushing on first down. Who in the league do you think has the most rush yards on first down?
Philip Lindsay.
He is not on the top 10 list.
Fuck. Saquon's
third. He's third.
Yeah, I have no idea then.
The number one's actually surprising to me. It's Zeke, followed by Gurley,
all right,
followed by Saquon, James Conner.
Yeah, that's not. I guess it's not crazy. Like, though, those are top tier names. Again,
Yeah,
I don't know if we're gonna talk about, but I was not on the Saquon Barkley train at all. Don't trust rookies, but fuck, that guy's a beast.
he's done good. It's not a surprise. I just think he was pretty.
If he goes
at the time of decision, he was expensive.
Yeah, if he goes number 1 next year in fantasy, I will not be mad. Like, I might take him, especially if the
I'd probably
Giants
take CMC over him next year.
No, save this for off season. We got stuff to talk about. Hey, someone write this down. Parker would rather have Christian McCaffrey over Saquon Barkley.
I might. I'm just playing with the idea right now. I haven't done any next year mock draft stuff at all. Do you think Adrian Peterson is on this top 10 list?
Has he played in the last 5 weeks?
I don't know.
No, he is.
He's number 5, by the way.
When's he gonna retire? He's like
man.
Frank.
Apparently,
Gore,
he shouldn't.
or worse than. Do you ever watch the videos of Frank Gore and then they're just zooming in on his nutsack because he doesn't wear a cup and how big his dick is, and like it just flops while he runs.
He doesn't wear a cup?
No.
How many documented NFL players are there that don't wear a cup?
I don't know, but he's the only one I know whose dick's so big it flops. Part of my take always posts a video every week of just his dick flopping while he runs, and it's hilarious. God, I wish I had that problem.
Okay. Who in the league do you think are the heaviest blitz teams as far as percentage goes? So that's percentage of snaps with 5 or more rushers defines a blitz. Who do you think? Where do you think the top of that looks like?
Bears.
You can also start from the bottom and go from the bottom of it.
You want me to give all 32?
No, I mean you could. I mean I have the top. I have the lowest 5 and I have the top 10.
So here's what our audience. I'm going to educate some of you. So everyone's like, who are the top defense, top sacks, stuff like that. You're going to think the Broncos, biased. You're going to think the Rams, things like that. The problem is their players are so good. The Texans, they don't need to blitz as many people because they still get that. So that's why I don't. But the Bears defense has been unreal. I like their linebackers, even though they're
not on this.
That's what I was going to say, that they're not going to be in the top 5 because they're so good. The Raiders, because they're garbage, and the Redskins. Those are the top 2.
Okay. You are super wrong. We got Ravens at 36% blitz percentage, which I feel like is a ton, man. That's a whole lot of blitzing. Ravens, Panthers, Steelers, Cardinals, Broncos is the top 5 in order for how much they do it. The lowest 5, from worst to least worst, would be Lions, Colts, Chargers, Eagles, Chiefs. Lions blitz 14% of the time.
So there's a two-way street. You can always look at everything. Why do you think a team blitzes more than others?
Bad coaching.
No.
The
Ravens are like a top team. People are scared of them in the playoffs. People are saying they're going to go Super Bowl.
Honestly, it's got to be either a good. My guess would be either they have a great pass rush, so it's obviously like they're very effective at it, or their cornerbacks can't cover the deep ball and their safeties drop that, so they have to put the pressure on faster to allow the play less time to develop. Those would be my guesses.
So you're not wrong.
Or they're the linebackers, they don't blitz, and their safeties are good enough where they're not afraid of the screen.
Yeah,
is another thing.
So I guess now that you're saying that, like, it can mean multiple things. Let's just that's.
What were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say, like, a lot of it at times, like, if you can blitz and give up the coverage, that's because you're able to play man and not zone. And when
Mm,
you can play man, that means you have like the Broncos, like our DBs are decently good. We've had some injuries, so it's not last year was much better. But like we play a lot of
mhm.
man and we don't have to worry about it. So like you're locked 1-on-1, so we can blitz more people. Because if you think about it, it's
That
11
makes
on
sense.
11, but the quarterback doesn't do as much. Especially if you're playing Tom Brady. Tom Brady's not rushing for a fucking first down. Like
Yeah,
he's
it's
not
true.
Michael Vick, so you don't have to have someone spying on him. So like
Hmm.
you already have one more extra person.
That makes sense. That's a much more technical reason than I was thinking. I wouldn't have been able to get to that conclusion. Okay. Um Finally, this is kind of funny to me because I've seen a lot of like back and forth early in the season on Twitter when I was twittering a lot on like if play action means anything. So this is a question about play action frequency. Um do you know what teams run the most play action?
The Colts
Nope.
and oh wow.
I shouldn't
49ers and
spoil it.
Jaguars.
No, none of those are.
What the fuck?
So we got the Rams as number 1
Okay.
as far as snaps, raw snaps. They're number 2 in yards per pass attempt after play action at 10.1. 10.1 yards per pass attempt in play action. That's insane.
Parker, okay, finish yours and I'll tell you mine.
Um, Rams, Eagles, Patriots are the top 3. Patriots are the number 1 as yards per pass attempt after play action. And then the
James
least frequent.
White. Like oh, fuck.
Yeah, they totally stopped using him though.
Did you see the game against who was it? It was the week you beat me by 5 points when we didn't play each other. Who'd they play? The Steelers? No, it wasn't Steelers. They just played the Steelers. Whatever, whoever they played.
I can't remember.
Tom Brady, I saw the video. He goes to play action and he yells at your boy and he's like James White. He's like he gives him the audible as they're going and James White runs, turns, catches it immediately and then runs for 45 yards. Like fuck Tom Brady. Jesus
Fuck
Christ.
Tom Brady.
He from the moment he hiked it and he was able to read the field and realize I'm audibling as we're moving. Like that's top tier. Like I'll never be good at anything. I won't be good as beating my own dick as he is at playing football. It's just like even if you hate the Patriots, I hope you just respect the fucking how talented he is. Like it's just amazing.
Yeah, good quarterbacks are like literally on the next level of understanding how this game works. It's mind blowing to me. The least frequent pass action frequency teams are the Steelers, Raiders, Dolphins, Chargers. By the way,
Really, Chargers. That's
yeah,
weird because Melvin Gordon, like people are scared of him.
Steelers too,
Yeah,
man.
James
Like
Conner.
Steelers have the lowest frequency, and they also have a very low yards per pass attempt after play action, which is at 7.7. Raiders have it worse. Jalen Richard just tanking that number.
So this isn't a real stat, but like majority of people, not majority. All right. What's the most famous play action play ever?
That's a difficult
Yeah.
question. I don't know.
It's Spider 2 Y Banana.
It's what?
Spider
2 Y banana?
Yeah. So if you've ever watched John Gruden's QB camps when he was working for ESPN, so he'd always take like the top quarterbacks who are going to be drafted, and every fucking year he would do the Spider 2 Y Banana play, and it's like the most solid play ever because if they do it right, one person will be open, even if it's a dump pass to your fullback or tight end, however you're running it.
Can you recognize that play when it happens on the field?
100% because I've seen it a million times. I could see like, and if you're going in I formation, one tight end, or if you're doing two tight ends, no fullback, if you're going slot, it's the most simple play ever.
Interesting. I need to look that up. I thought that was a Madden meme, to be honest.
Well,
Is that play in Madden?
Works. Yeah. Madden, like anyone who, especially if you played like Madden from 2004 to 2009, it was like almost broken in the game.
Dude, Madden balance patches like once a year.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah, that's all I got for stats today. Hope you enjoyed your time.
Boy, everyone learned. We're educating. Now we're going to go into my second favorite thing, www.heyparkerj.com.
Yeah, buddy.
Only 4 submissions, and one was not Parker, the guy who made it.
Yeah, I was gonna do mine after this podcast because I keep realizing that I want to adjust my rankings after we do this, and I never fucking do. So I'm actually
do it
gonna
right now.
submit.
Yeah, as we're doing this.
Okay, I'm gonna log in.
So for our newer listeners, Parker, my lovely co-host, decided to make a website called heyparkerj.com, where we are able to go in as a league and rate each other or rank each other on where we think we actually stand. Because there's one thing where rankings show, Charlie's number one, Dex is last place per points and record and things like that. But a lot of times, like, you just get unlucky. Like, Miller didn't make the playoffs. He had the third most points in the league, and he was tied for dead last. But he had the
Can't
third most
believe
points.
He's number 2.
Yeah, like it's not even like, it's unreal how unlucky he got.
Oh, this is hard. So I got Charlie locked in at number 1. I don't think Paul's number 2. Yeah, maybe Andrew is number 2.
Yeah, see,
because Paul
it's hard.
Paul can't be 2. He shit the bed big time. Him and Dustin have gotten ravaged by injuries. I haven't looked at Andrew's performance, but it makes sense that he would be 2 based on that. Brad's team is just shit because Brad is
Brad
shit.
had one bad week. We'll get to that. Let's not jump in too much.
I'm gonna move Brad above Dustin because I think Dustin's team is absolute garbage right now. I got Dex at 7, Mike at 6.
How is Mike at?
Mike's been performing, man.
Has he?
Let me look it up.
Has he?
Yeah.
He's been performing.
Let's take a look. Week 13, Mike.
His best week of the entire
57 points.
Yeah, yeah.
Playoffs, week 1, Mike, 145. Highest in the league. Playoffs, week 2, Mike, 129. The second highest in the league. The last 2 weeks, he's actually done good.
Whatever. Do what you want. Do what you want. Mike is.
And Dex over those 2 weeks, week 2 of playoffs was 119. Week 1 of playoffs was 63.
That was bad.
So
That was bad.
Mike has done more for me lately than Dex
Well,
has.
fuck you. Mike is now going to be ranked higher than me.
Daniel's dropping below me. His team is fucking trash. I have to check stats.
All
to
right,
make sure
Parker's
not.
not.
Nah, he scored more
Parker's
than me.
taking.
He
too
scored
long.
more than me.
So real quick,
Daniel's gonna be 8.
as of right
I'm
now,
gonna be 9. Gabe's gonna be 10. Go.
between Dex.
I submitted.
Okay, you did submit it. All right, cool. I can refresh.
I think so.
Oh, 404.
Did it work?
I have to redo the whole thing.
You can't refresh because someone sucks as a web developer.
All right, Parker's in here.
Yeah.
So the consensus across the board, Charlie's number 1. Everyone decided that.
Fuck yeah.
The craziest thing is Charlie's playing Dustin in the championship, and Dustin's ranked number 4. Brad's ranked 5. I can't believe we have Andrew and Brad. I guess I had Brad at 4. Yeah. So
Did I rank Paul's team above Dustin? I don't think it's Paul, Brad, Dustin. It's just hard. See, like when you give it the proper amount of time. I think it's actually Brad, Dustin, Paul. Brad 3, Dustin 4, Paul 5. I resubmitted mine. Good to know that actually works, by the way, because I haven't done that before. All right, so let's go through the rankings. Charlie's at 1, Andrew's at 2, Paul's at 3, Dustin's at 4, Brad's at 5, Mike's at 6, Dex is at 7. Did you just get bumped down to 7 instead of 6 because of my rankings? Sorry, buddy. Daniel's at 8.
So
Parker's
do
at
you
9,
100%? I want real fucking quick. Go pull up Mike's team.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me.
Okay.
You're gonna tell me his team is better than mine. Melvin Gordon, Leonard Fournette, and Jalen Samuels as my 3 running backs. Peyton Barber as my 4th running back, who has scored a touchdown in the last 4 out of 5 weeks. Travis Kelce,
He's touchdown dependent.
Huh? I don't give a
dependent.
fuck. He's getting them.
Means he's probably not
you
gonna get it
can't
this
say
week.
that because if you're going off a consistency of the last couple weeks, that's what he's doing. He's getting touchdowns.
I don't do that though. I go off.
Yeah,
of
my
volume.
fucking ass. You don't do that. You just said Mike's done more for me than the last couple weeks. Get
Oh,
the
it's
fuck
players
out of here.
versus teams.
This is what I
play
need
by
from
different
you.
rules.
I need you to tell me I'm better than everyone else.
Hey, Dex, scoreboard, buddy. Look at who's in the taco bowl. I'll be the football analyst here. You be the funny guy.
Oh, we're about to lose our podcast because Parker's a dick. Uh,
Looking at Mike's team though, like I don't know, Tariq Cohen's been performing decently. Tariq Cohen's been performing good. Mark Ingram's great.
oh,
He's
so
got
good.
Juju and Julio. Dude, his team's not bad. His running back situation could be better, but I don't know if there's a team in this league that's not a fact for. You probably have the best running back core, and even then, you guys
in
are
the
in and out.
taco bowl, in the fucking taco.
Yeah, so talk to me about how much running back matters,
Also,
bro.
for our listeners, the taco bowl is last place, which we will get into more.
For thousands of
Yep.
listeners.
So that was Hey Parker J. Now, we've talked about fantasy. We've gone into a lot. But before we jump hard into it, we like to talk about a little bit more, get things going. And this week, I came to Parker and said, hey, we've all seen Hunger Games. What if our league was in Hunger Games? What if the 10 of us were all of a sudden popped out into this forest and they're in the middle of us are weapons, all this thing, we had time, last person alive wins. Who's gonna win?
Okay. So let's just imagine a world where one of our loyal listeners hasn't seen the Hunger Games. Are there any like parameters or things to take note of here?
All right, so
just asking for, someone in this league that I know who hasn't seen the Hunger Games.
So we're in a bubble that is 20 miles by 20 miles, all forest. We're
what kind of forest? Are we talking Amazon?
We're talking like mountain forest, but without the mountains.
Magical forest?
No, just a standard. Okay. Nothing crazy. You don't got to worry about like wolves or mountain lions or bears. There's not a lot of food either, so you got to figure that out. We got trees, we got stuff like that, lots of rocks. You can fall, hurt yourself, different things like that. Now, we're brought up in the middle of this fucking forest, and in between us, and we're about all 100 yards apart and in a circle. Between us is a little compound full of weapons. Nothing else, nothing more. That's all it is. So we're all brought up together, and then a timer clicks down from 10, 9, 8. Boom. Once it hits 1, go. Last person alive wins. So we're going to the death. Parker, who's going to win this?
Okay. I haven't actually premeditated, but I have like my answers for this or how it's going to work out, but I know what's going to happen in the first 10 seconds. Okay. Brad's not going to move because he doesn't have any sense of urgency in his entire life. He's probably going to like really just take in the scene and look what other people do. Dustin's going to try to run away and his shin will immediately slip through his ankle, piercing the skin. He's going to be hobbled, dying. He's not going to fucking move from that spot. Someone's going to kill him. That's what's going to happen in the first 5 seconds for sure. I think Charlie will rush the weaponry. I'll rush the weaponry. You'll probably rush the weaponry. Mike will leave. Who else? Oh, I got to look at this. Mike will leave. Gabe will leave. Andrew will leave.
Look at the Google Doc.
Paul will leave. And did I get everyone?
Yeah.
I think I said everyone.
Gabe.
As far as weapons rushing.
Miller,
yeah.
So tell me so this is exactly what I'm going to think. Because first off that comes in my head is I know there's a few people who I think are going to try and kill certain people off quickly. Brad and Daniel, I see going after people. They're like, all right, these guys are weak. Let's just get them out. I'm not going to say who. I'll let your imagination go for you, boys. But
we got to go. This is not a sensitive league. We can talk about.
All right. So depending on how close they are, yeah, this is a sensitive league. And you're talking the most sensitive one in the league. But
we already did the 5-on-5 football thing. We already have like a pretty good chart
on where they are.
Perceived
Brad
athleticism.
And Daniel, I think, are going to try and just fuck up whoever's closest between Mike, Paul, and Dustin. They're going to try and kill those guys right away. My game plan, though, is because I'm truly scared of one person, and that's Charlie. Now, if Charlie and I are in a room that's 10 by 10, I'm comfortable that this is a 50-50 coin flip. In open field, Charlie will fuck me up. 100%. 100%. So as soon as I'm lifted up, I'm trying to make, and it's crazy and everyone's going to hate me because I'm going to say this, I'm trying to make eye contact with you, Parker. I'm trying to let you see my eyes, and then I'm going to look at Charlie. And I hope you understand that means we're going to go fucking double team him. And when we're done, we'll go our separate ways, and we're at the end. We're at the end. That was the one. As soon as I thought of this, that was my game plan. Parker, catch, because I know you're not faster than Charlie, but you're quick. Between both of us, our strength, we can keep up with him, and that's our best chance of killing Charlie. Because one-on-one, he can fuck us up unless we get him hiding or sleeping or something. I want Charlie out right away. If I don't kill Charlie before we all go into the wilderness, Charlie's gonna win it all.
I don't know, man.
Parker, what is it?
So here's what would happen. I would accept.
Would you understand that though? That's my biggest thing is like I would need you to understand what I'm saying with just eye contact.
Locked in a box, hand-to-hand combat. I'm not scared of Charlie.
Neither.
If that's what you're asking.
But
you just said that you were. That's why you wanted to 1v1 him.
Locked in a box in a 10x10 room, but in the wilderness, like with space to run and move and things like that, I give it up to Charlie against everyone in our league.
I bet Charlie doesn't go for the box, actually.
Charlie's faster than everyone in our league. Charlie's going for the box.
I don't think he'd do it, though. I think he'd go find weaponry elsewhere. Is this the only weapons
that
I own?
We're in a forest,
okay,
yeah.
Never mind,
unless you get rough.
I think probably most people in this league would probably just go for it. Like, if I don't get that weapon, fuck 100%. It. I'm not playing this.
So that's my thing. And then also you gotta think about like I like have hunted and fished before, but like I don't know how to make a fucking fire out of sticks. I've seen it done on like movies, but I couldn't do that. Also, like, do people know like can you figure out where north is without stars or anything?
I can do it with the sun.
Yeah.
That's about it.
So what side does moss grow on rocks? Okay, you know
side.
that? Oh, good, because Brad and I were making fun of you. We both said you had no idea.
No, I read some books. I read some old some high fantasy books that taught me that.
So there's like shit like that. Like honestly, and also like Daniel and I are by far the thickest. So like there's limited food. I can outlast you guys eating wise. Fucking
no, I would kill you and
you better fucking kill me. You honestly, that's all I'm in if we team up against Charlie and you turn on me right away, which I would expect you to do, I'm giving you one shot to kill me, and if you don't, I'm gonna I will break your neck. I will fucking damn it. Oh yeah, we all saw that. Hodor your ass and just snap you.
There's an old wise adage that goes as such: for a wounded man shall say to his assailant, if I live, I will kill you. If I die, you are forgiven. Such is the rule of honor. And then there's a really sick breakdown after that by a band called Lamb of God. And Charlie loved that. That's basically what you just said, though. Like, I got one shot, or you're going to kill me. It depends on what weapon you have. I don't think you have that kind of manpower on your own.
To kill you?
Yeah.
Parker.
I don't think you can kill me.
How would you kill me?
I have a lot of. How would I kill you? With my hands around your throat.
Yeah, that's not enough. I will headbutt you in the nose and break your fucking nose.
Like any number of ways. I know lots of ways to rip limbs off.
Yeah, I will let you try to rip a limb off my body. What the fuck, Parker?
We might be veering on the self-indulgent side of this argument. We just talk about how easily we could kill everyone in the league, like in hand-to-hand combat. We don't want to go there or get into that too much, right?
Let's jump out of this real quick.
We don't want me to reiterate that like the next 20 times in a row. That would be embarrassing. Who's gonna win?
Yourself.
It's Charlie. Charlie or Gabe?
I thought about Gabe. I just don't know how long he can go without eating.
Yeah. I don't know how long Charlie can go without eating. Muscles take a lot of fuel.
Yeah, that's right. And tired and stuff.
In theory, all the big boys would be able to last longer without fuel.
Daniel's big but smaller than me and a little more agile, so he's got a good chance. Daniel's also fucking stupid and lazy, so who knows? Daniel, I could see Daniel like, is that guy drowning himself? Just end it now.
I think Paul immediately gets down on all fours and starts soliciting himself as a sex slave to whoever wins the
He
weapons
just holds
cache.
your pocket as you walk around.
Yeah. He's gonna be your caddy. He's gonna hold your rifle for you on a leash and just walk around. He's like, I'm gonna be
He's
number
fucking-
2. I'm gonna be
He's
number
reek shaving your butt. We're just kidding, not really. All right, but so there we go. We have the Hunger Games of the league. Also, in a twist of things, what would be really cool if there was 10 other leagues and it was our league against 10 other leagues. That'd be fucking cool.
That'd be
That'd be
fucking
better.
fun.
If I had you guys as my teammates, all right, we'd game plan. The hardest part was too many chiefs, and because I know I would try to be the chief immediately.
We don't. Yeah, one big problem with our group is we got too many alpha males, dude. We got. No one would like think that anybody else is like, because in situations like that, you need it. It doesn't really matter what the plan is as much as just everyone following one fucking plan. And we could not fucking do that. There's no way. It'd be terrible.
There's no way. And the worst part is, like, I'm trying to be like, all right, I'll listen. No, I'm not gonna listen. Like, fuck. I'm the problem. I'm the problem.
Yep. This is a fun thing to think about. Though I'd say Charlie would do good.
And
Obviously, he probably has the most survival skills out of all of us. I'd say Brad's are actually probably pretty good too. I don't know why I think that, but I have that feeling. Mike's dead, right? Like 30
Mike,
minutes
Dustin,
tops.
Paul, you guys like, don't even try it.
Yeah.
Did he just snap his own?
Don't you dare come at my weapons
Fuck
cache,
you.
bro.
Get the fuck out of here. If they were
think,
smart, they
like-
would just climb in a tree and just hope they can wait it out and be like, all right, everyone died. Could you imagine if it's Paul, Mike, and Dustin left?
Just like camping out, just like
Yeah.
Fortnite, bro.
All right, so that was fun. That was our Hunger Games segment. Next, we're gonna go into
time.
waiver wire, and I titled it this week "Fuck the waiver wire" because really doesn't matter.
What week do you think it is where waiver wire just goes like purely to
2
shit?
weeks ago. So like
2 weeks
week
ago.
13, 12. You're gasping at straws at that point. Like
You're really grasping at straws.
I picked up James Conner's
got-
backup on by luck because you talk shit on the podcast.
Yeah, it came full circle, right? Because I don't have James Conner now, and now
Yeah.
you have the backup. And before I had James, you had
Yeah.
my backup for Le'Veon Bell. And
Fuck.
I hope it works
You're
out for
fucking
you, buddy.
telling me.
We got Jamal Williams picked up by Charlie, outbids Dustin by 1 point. Actually, kind of interesting because is he going to start him? Because he obviously just played keep away with this player. He has him in his flex right now. Interesting. And does Dustin have any money? This could actually be, dude, if that's the difference, Dustin has no money. So if that's the difference between Dustin winning and losing to Charlie, is that man's points?
Wait.
And whoever Charlie would have put in instead, like that could be a difference maker right there for the championship.
Yeah, we're to be fair, guys, I would like to apologize. We're doing a real bad in our like talking about segments. So Dustin and Charlie are playing each other. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Jamal
Everyone knows that.
Williams. Yeah, fuck that.
He said he's gonna
That's
fuck.
interesting. That is very interesting. Also Dustin picked
Very
up someone on IR, so that's cool.
Way to go, Dustin.
Yeah,
Picking up
yeah,
Kerryon
he
Johnson.
can't play for the rest of the season.
You know, after totaling 0 points in the last 4 weeks, I understand how you couldn't resist.
God, Dustin,
That's all
yeah,
that happened on the
boring.
waiver wire. It's-
But as we've pretty much talked about
Um,
for the last how many ever minutes, well, let's go into the results and tell you guys what's going on in the 10 Guys 1 Cup League. So
do
the
it.
first matchup that actually meant 0 to our league, Parker versus Gabe. Parker almost broke 100. 96.6
Almost.
against Gabe's 89.2.
I beat him week 1, the worthless week.
Now, the next two matchups to go to the Taco Bowl, which is the last place, was Mike versus Daniel, Miller versus Dex. Mike put up a solid 129 to Daniel's 112, while Miller put up 136 versus my 119 and making Miller the high scorer of our league that week. Surprise, Miller scored the most points.
Who did he ice again?
Brad.
Do you know how many weeks Miller scored the most?
No. More than like 4? No, I think
more
like
than
4.
4? Like 4? I think Dustin has 4. He has 3 or 4. I know I have 4.
For this year,
and I was
or
like,
total?
I wanted
Okay.
for this year. And I wanted to walk away with the title of most ices in a year, which was 4, regardless of obviously my record now. But I think if Miller's tying me now, that's not as fun. Then I would have repurposed the pickaxe and just taken it back for myself. Yeah, right. That'll never happen.
So that leaving with Miller, Mike winning, Dex versus Daniel, Taco Bowl. Next was Brad versus Charlie. So our first matchup to go to the championship. Brad put up 89, his worst week of the year. Is it
really his worst?
I'm guessing he told me that. I didn't look it up.
It's a pretty shit stat line. Who would ever score less than 96, honestly?
I'll tell you right, meow. Hooked on a Thielen. Not only was this his worst week of the year, it's his first time below 100.
Wow. What made his team do that?
So Ben Roethlisberger 13, Tevin Coleman 20. So quarterback and RB1 have 33, not bad. Phillip Lindsay 6.4, Adam Thielen 2.9, Allen Robinson 6.9, Kittle 6.6, Hilton 11, Lamar Miller got injured 0.8, Atlanta D 22, kicker -1.
Atlanta D 22. Wow, he would have had such an incredibly bad stat line without that defense. Wow, that's surprising. Poor Brad. His luck ran out, dude. His team was never really
Charlie
that good.
Going to the championship.
I've been saying it all year. Yep. Craziness, man. It's a good year, though.
The next matchup.
Yo, I got thinking about something. Can I interject real quick? Can't you, not eat human meat? Isn't there... Do you know what the mechanics behind that are? Doesn't it make you sick and drive you crazy?
Eat too much.
Why is that?
Pigs do the same thing. Like other animals.
Isn't that the weirdest fucking interaction in the world? You can eat every fucking meat in the world, but if you eat your own meat, you get sick and you go crazy.
Yeah, because babies drink breast milk and that's from humans.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Women swallow cum and that's from humans.
Every woman.
Men swallow cum too, actually. It's gender non-specific.
Whoever's catching that day.
But if you eat a little bit of human ass, for real.
I think you have to eat a decent amount. I think it's got to be you have to eat it for multiple times for it to get you. Because I don't think if we're stuck in a fucking Amazon and you die, all right, I'm going to eat Parker so I don't fucking die myself too. I think I'll be fine. But if I'm constantly eating humans, yeah, I think I'm going to be fucked up.
When the scientists listen to this on the podcast, please weigh in on the chat because I need to know. It's very weird interaction for me.
Technically, Rick and Morty did an episode where he eats his own babies, which is fucked up.
It sounds like this was a video game and someone was trying to balance how strong everything was, and they're just added some arbitrary bullshit. I guess you if you're people, you can't eat people. Yeah, there you go. That'll fix a lot of problems.
Any other meat in the world, snake, squirrel, elephant, whale, you'll be alright.
Bears,
yeah,
monkeys.
People eat monkeys. Monkey brains.
Don't eat people.
You can't eat people. Yeah, nope. Yeah, that. With that, before we go to the next one,
interaction in this game.
Say I die. What's the first part of me you're going to eat? You're all right, Dex is dead. Where do I start?
Probably I guess the love handles, right? That's got to be the best part. Do you eat?
Yeah, you eat muscle. You don't eat fat. But I'll chop it up. I'm going to get a little bit with a little bit.
I'd probably eat some
Yeah.
lat
Oh,
then.
nice. Yeah, get that. So I'd be scared what's gonna spoil first. So like, unfortunately, I'm gonna start with
Mm,
the hands and
the
feet. Yeah,
toes.
hands and feet. That's the grossest
Yep.
thing in the world to think about. Just
Fuck no, I wouldn't eat that first, dude.
just throw,
It's like,
just
you know how
throw it.
gross chicken wings are?
Chicken. Wait, are you joking?
Like, I mean, chicken wings are great, right? But like when you think about it, you're just like slurping this meat off of a bone. It's kind of weird. There's like tendons and shit. It's a little weird. You right? Like, would you admit that? It's a little weird.
I think like pig's feet is gross to think about eating, but chicken wings, no. They're flapping. They're not doing. They're not touching nothing. They don't do nothing.
It's a little bit weird. Like, I guess that's another
Okay.
topic for another day. Anyways, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to eat toes. I wouldn't be able to like
I'd have to like
slurp the
chop
little
them up
like.
and make my own stew, like with carrots and roots and shit.
I think I would do like I do a regular chicken and just like start slicing off the biggest parts. Like I'd start cutting from the bottom of the lat. Like it's pretty easy to fillet too,
Start
probably.
salting that
Maybe get a
shit
little
to
bit of
make it
hamstring
like
after that.
savor and last longer.
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't
No.
a weird
All right,
conversation
yeah.
at all.
Let's go into
I was planning on
the
having this when I woke up.
the last matchup of the week. Paul versus Dustin. What a fucking stink fest.
Dude, dude, how many points did Paul have to score?
Like 30.
He had 30 and he still lost by
A lot. Let's see. Hold on. I just had it open.
15.
So
he scored
he
half
had
of that.
Drew Brees left. He had his kicker left, and he had his flex 2 left. Oh no,
Ian
and he had
Thomas.
his tight end.
DJ Moore and Ian Thomas. Wow, what a
Combined,
shit show.
they had 5, 11. He had 18 points.
Do you know if there was an exact moment when his heart broke?
So I think probably at the very end when Drew Brees started kneeling, because like, or when the Carolina didn't score, because then he knew they didn't need to score anymore, so it was done. Yeah.
So like at the very end,
because
like
like the
2
thing
minutes
is
left,
like
right?
one
Yeah.
touchdown pass to his guy on the Saints, that's like potentially a 16-point swing, and then at that point he's tied with Dustin or beating him.
I think it was the moment that DJ Moore fumbled
Yeah,
the football.
Fuck. That what a
I think that was
Yeah.
the end of his hope for sure. At that
was
point, he
this
knew.
Paul's lowest score of the year. Yeah. Oh no. Round. Oh, I
When was
picked
it?
Dr. Champs, bitch.
You know, Paul lost.
I was
Oh,
so
you got
confused.
So this was his lowest of the year.
Yep.
Tyler Boyd's injured.
This was his lowest of the year.
Aaron Jones is on IR. Paul actually in my opinion, deserve lower than 3. You know what? No, he's got Marlon Mack on the bench.
His
Dude,
bench
Marlon Mack
was
scored 25
nasty.
points on his bench.
Fucking nasty.
Nasty as fuck. Titans D 14 points, Elijah McGuire 12, Marlon Mack 25, Jordan Howard 14. Paul, I'm sorry that we only spent like 10 seconds on your matchup last week, but this week is way more entertaining. Yeah.
And to be fair, we thought you were gonna win, like by a lot.
Yeah, we did. Who did you pick to win last week?
Paul, and I even ice bet Dustin because I was like, all right, either Paul wins and Dustin has to drink a nice, or Paul loses and he's not going to be the champ. I was like, whatever. I was like, to be fair, I 100% thought Paul was going to walk away with this without trying.
Me too. Dustin's team's so busted up, dude. Charlie's literally going to walk into the championship this year. It's how it is every year. Whoever makes it in the championship, one of the teams just like got there in an accident. That's what happened last year. Daniel's busted ass team against Paul. Like your team should never have fucking been there week 16.
Fucking love fantasy. I love it just being. To be fair,
So
Dustin
random.
and Charlie
so many things
both
have to
had
go right
buys.
for you to win.
Yeah, they were
It's true.
1 and 2.
That's true. It's a good
Yeah,
point.
he just
It's a very
like
good point.
I at the beginning the monologue, he fucking stumbled into the championship weak and like hurt. Like if
Dude,
Tyreek Hill gets 44 points, he's right in there, and he's done that twice this year.
Yeah. Dude, Chris Godwin is a football player that exists, right? There's a little guy just joined my team at work. His name is Chris
There's
Goodwin.
also a Goodwin.
And it
a
fucks
Chris
with my
Goodwin.
brain.
He plays for the Bucks.
Is he a startable player?
For a couple. Also, his first name might not be Chris, and I'm saying that now because Paul's gonna message the Slack tomorrow. His first name's not Chris Goodwin, but his last name is Goodwin.
It's Marquise
same difference.
Goodwin.
They're literally
for
the
San
same
Francisco.
name.
Look at what you've done, Paul. You've compromised the quality of this podcast just so we second
No, I
guess
second guess
ourselves.
myself every time. I just call myself out now before anyone else can.
But yeah, it's definitely a mind fuck having a Chris Goodwin on my work team, because I think in like week 1 or 2 we had this conversation. Like, yeah, it was week like when we did the draft. It was like, oh, his name is Godwin, not Goodwin. That definitely bumps his ADP up, bro.
And then I was like, "There's 2."
I remember making that joke.
So let's go into pick 'em.
Anyways,
honestly, I'm sorry for you guys who are not in this. Or at least I don't care, and I made this. So all I have in here is pick 'em for Taco Bowl and championship. Are you good? Yeah, fuck it.
That's fine. We're gonna do Gabe and my matchup for 5th and 6th though, because I'm here and I get to make that call. So let's do that first. Gabe versus me.
You're finally gonna break 100
because I'm eternally just above
Fuck
average.
it. Paul versus Brad.
Paul versus Brad. I got Paul. I guess. Yeah, Paul. This team's just
now
better.
Clearly the most anticipated matchup, but I'll do it first. Dex versus Daniel. Taco Bowl.
Dex versus Daniel. Oh my god! I can't believe it's finally happening.
It's so.
Dex, I think you walk away with this.
Honestly, so I don't want to say this, but as I tell you guys, I won't ever fucking lie to our viewers. I have never been more confident in my team. Like, I don't know why you're laughing.
Because I feel like you felt that way every single week all year, and here you are in the Taco Bowl saying the same thing. You said that every fucking week, or at least alluded to it. Oh shit! Never mind.
Okay,
I'll save it for a second for now. Are you lamenting a little more? If you want to lament about your Taco Bowl entry,
roster baiting real quick, and then
finally masturbating real quick.
Charlie versus on this podcast. Do we even need an answer? I think we've said it multiple times.
I was gonna say, so I'm rooting for Dustin. I think Dustin would be a great champion. But so I'm drinking an IPA right now called Deadlift, and I saw it and I bought it, and I could lie to you and say that I thought up the story and that's why I bought it, but I thought about it afterwards. This Deadlift represents A, Charlie, because he's a fellow fitness bro, and B, Dustin's gonna need to lift the dead for his fucking dead ass team to actually perform this week and win the championship. I got Charlie on this one.
Not even like a question. Yep.
Not even a question. All right. Well, we got one more week of podcasting, right? One more week of regular season. We'll be back next week to recap what happened.
Oh, hold on, real quick, because I like talking about my.
You might want to speak up a little
real
bit.
Real quick, because I like talking about myself. Tell me what you liked about my video today.
Dude, I was gonna talk to you about that. Yeah. So I loved your video. Holy shit! I said this to you on the phone when I was walking home. I think that was the most effort anyone's ever put into the least amount of time in the entire league history ever.
I pretty much haven't worked out in the last 3 months, so I started again last week. And this morning I woke up at 3:30 to go to the gym, and I was like, "Fuck it," and I started working on that video. So I spent like the first hour and a half of my morning working on that video at like 3:30 in the morning. And
How much time did you
So
spend editing
it's
that?
not hard if you use iMovie trailers. The problem is getting the videos lined up perfectly. Because like if you saw the first one, it was so bad, and then like I wanted it to get where it would double up on certain things, like where Daniel and I were flipping off. Like so, like trying to get that. So that
Mhm.
took longer than I was hoping. But it was actually super fucking easy. Like I don't think like, oh Dex, you're so good at no. Like literally, iMovie did everything. I just had to make sure my videos lined up
It was
properly.
it was clearly edited by an amateur. No one's confused about
I
how
thought
good
I
you are
did
at
better
this.
than I expected. Yeah.
You did a
And to
good
be
job. You did a
fair,
good job for your first time for
Miller
sure.
had to. I had Miller fixed my music, and he lined it up better. So Miller did all that, and Dustin edited all the video or the pictures. I sent him pictures like, "Hey, can you just put my face on these guys and Daniel's face on these guys?" And he did it. I was like, "All right, yeah,
That's awesome. Dustin's crazy fast at that. I don't understand like what he's just sitting
yeah."
there waiting to do
That's literally
photoshops
what
all
I
the
do as
time.
my
It's
job in
hilarious.
real life. I'm like, tell people to do stuff I don't want to do.
Did you
I
have
had
fun
so much
editing
fun
it?
everything. So like, cause started Daniel and I talked in the morning. We were both driving to work. I told him, I was like, Daniel, let's do this. Can you do it? And he said, yes, I'll try. And I was like, Daniel, I don't want to put in effort if you're not going to fucking do it. So either tell me yes or no. I understand you got multiple things going on. He's like, yes. So before I went to bed, he still didn't have it done. And I was like, Daniel, please don't fail me. Thank God he sent me the videos at like 10:30 at night. And that's why I woke up. I saw him, watched him. I was like, because I will say, I was proud of my video of me in my underwear eating tacos like a dog. And then Daniel in the bathtub blew me out of the water. And I was like, that's my fucking boy. What a fucking champ.
What were your instructions?
I
Did
told
you
him,
say to get into
I
a
was like,
tub, or
Daniel,
did
I
you just
want you
say
to be in the tub, rubbing tacos all over your body, like shit like that. And so like, and I sent him my videos, so he had some kind of idea. I was like, let's keep these somewhat aligned. And like he should have, he outdid me, which was great. That's what I fucking wanted. It was amazing.
good?
Like the taco covering
It's a
his
real
dick
man right
was
there.
hilarious. Hilarious.
Oh, it is fucking great. Did you plan for Opie to come
Yeah, so
by and try to
I
like?
had them holding
All
Opie,
right.
and I was like, all right, and then I'm gonna attack him because I'm like the alpha. And so, but he ran away, and it worked out perfect. He's like, "Arr!" Like got scared because like I was like, "Arr, arr, arr, arr." I was like, I got deep on it and stuff, and like Opie already knows
He
I'm the
gets
alpha
super.
because like when I get mad at him, I get that deep voice. So it was amazing. It was perfect.
Oh, that's great. Another little piece of trivia that I really enjoyed. So Daniel had that you told me on the phone earlier. So Daniel had Doritos. I almost said Doritos Four Locos Tacos. Definitely not what it is, but they should work on that sponsorship. Doritos Locos Tacos. Didn't have to go Locos,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
respect the play because they're way
Yeah.
better. I think they're more expensive too, so like super
To be fair,
unnecessary
he
for the
ate them
scenario.
while he
But
was filming. Like you could see him putting them in his mouth eating.
that's true. I love your support of the Doritos Locos Tacos. It's the best
The worst
innovation
part is,
Taco Bell's ever
oh, sorry,
had.
finish.
But I was gonna say, but you
Yes,
had Los
Los
Betos
Betos.
tacos, which is like you really upped the ante on taco quality, and
Yeah.
you just threw it on the ground too,
I got to eat
which is
one
pretty
of them.
mind
One of
blowing.
them was left on the
I,
plate intact. Yeah, so
I saw that
I
actually. For
I
some
ate
reason,
that
I
one,
had
but
that stored in my
the best
mind.
part was Gabe. So Gabe was filming Daniel, and he kind of put two and two
Right.
together what we were doing. And you can kind of tell, but Gabe threw a soft taco at Daniel's face, and he moved the camera down, so you barely see a wrapper as it's going down, but it hits Daniel in the face, and then it goes to the next scene of Daniel eating tacos. But I was like so close.
I missed that.
Gabe was so close, but like in his defense, the hardest part about all of this was not laughing. So like doing this whole thing, like having Miller and like Pat and Brad sitting there. I was like, stop fucking laughing, guys, because I can't laugh. I have to be serious. So fucking hard, so hard.
It sounds so hard. Have you ever had Los
No.
Betos
Oh
tacos before?
yes. They like
How was it?
I think they were good. Yeah, they're good. I like if I
That's
don't
cool.
get a breakfast burrito, I usually just get their rolled tacos, like the taquitos. But yeah, the
Okay.
tacos, like I would eat them
Interesting.
again,
Weird
except
play.
it was like expensive. I'd rather have a burrito, way more filling.
taquitos are like the chode of Mexican food. Like, why not just
Taquito
do a
is just
breakfast
like
burrito?
a tortilla wrapped around meat fried.
It's the needle
Ooh,
dick of
dump that shit
Mexican
in some
food.
guac and some cheese. That's like a fat kid
Nah,
dream.
that's
I'm
pretty
hard
dope.
right now.
Oh my god! I just remembered
What
I
the
have mini tacos in the
Fuck's
freezer.
that? You
That's
already
what I'm
had
eating tonight.
Chipotle.
No, I actually made something else. We don't. I made. I've been doing ground beef lettuce wraps with avocado and way too much garlic.
Powder or actual garlic?
No, like actual. You
Yeah,
know how you can
minced
do
is
like
dope.
minced or
Yeah.
chopped? I do chopped now. I do like a full spoonful of it because I read one time from someone who is not someone that I would believe that it's healthy. It's like some random fucking blog. It's like, yeah, fine, I can eat a lot of garlic.
Well,
I
there was like
garlic.
a time where
Let's do
eggs were bad for you. It's like now eggs are good. I don't know. Fuck. Honestly, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. Fuck it. You probably shouldn't drink
Yep.
32 ounces of ice in like 30 seconds, but whatever. Here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Well, there will be some fun facts.
I
about
can't
that
wait
one
till
of
it's
these
like
days, so
like
it's
they're like
little spoilers for the
opening up my
future.
body and like kids, they'll be like, I'll be like on the fucking billboard of like why you shouldn't drink too much in too fast of a in too small of a span. You get what I'm saying? Alcohol.
Turns
Yeah.
out it's super fucking horrible for you. Is there any other fun facts that you want to share about your
Only
video
one.
making process?
Fuck Daniel.
Yep. Fuck Daniel.
I like to make money, get turned. I like to